Now, I like pushing the h-pawn in nearly any position, so I'm just going to push it here, is my figuring. There's not much logic in it, and I quite like these positions where you give up this pawn to get the center. These are kind of one of my favorite kind of gambit positions where we just try to checkmate on f7, bring the queen out, come over here, wham bam, checkmate. That's what we're going to try to do. Fiona, hello. Hope you recovered from Amsterdam and everything's all right. And hello everyone from Fiona's channel. Someone's also saying my mic is quite low. Is that right? It shouldn't be low. I can turn it up. Is my mic low? Can people hear me? People should. Can you hear me? I can try to turn it up. Your mic is fine. Good. Thanks, Aldo. So hello everyone from Fiona's chat. I know Fiona's just been over in Amsterdam, behaving herself, I'm sure. just about recovered. By the way, if you ever think the volume is low, and I get this quite a lot, there's often a solution to that. Would you like me to tell you what the solution is? Turn up the volume at your end. Yeah. It's clever, that, isn't it? If you ever think, oh, I can't hear you, the mic's too low, turn up the volume. There you go. They don't just call me a GM for nothing, do they? So we're playing a blitz match, and we are playing. I don't know who we are. Me. I'm playing against Mr.Dodgy here, and it's 6 games or 8 games of 3+2, and looks like quite an interesting position. I'm a pawn down, but I kind of like my king's going to get castled, and he's got some little, I don't know, he's got some potential light square issues, right? And at some point my knight might be able to jump in. I was thinking about doing that last move, putting it somewhere like c5, but we can save that one up, and do that, I think, as we go. So yeah, right, so Mr.Dodgy is opening up the position with his king in the middle. Brave man. I'm just going to castle because the e file looks like it could be quite fun if I can get a rook to the e file. And if he goes bishop e7, he's got to watch out for knight f5. So he obviously wants to castle. Now maybe I've got other moves. Maybe I've got bishop here as well. Could be quite interesting. Can we try that? Or should I keep it simple? We'll keep it simple, but bishop h5 was very interesting there. And now, if he gets castled, he's gonna be okay. So maybe I should have done that. I thought this might be all right, but he just moves his queen, right? And he survives, probably, because it's all about, can I stop him castling? I can't see how I can stop him castling here. So that's a bit annoying. Take this bishop. Wow, that's not great either. I can go bishop here and bishop here, trying to get into this square. Bit of compensation, but maybe the best I'm going to get here. But Mr.Dodgy is playing well here. Mr.Dodgy is playing well. So can I stop him castling? I'm really thinking of ways to do that. Take that. Queen takes. Rook e1. That might be the way to do it, right? Okay, we'll go for this, and we'll go for rook e1. This is the only way I can see. It maybe doesn't stop him castling, but I get my pawn back. I was also thinking of ways to get the bishop to a3. And Mr.Dodgy is very sensibly given the pawn back, I feel. So, oh, he's not. He's taking that one. Okay, but now his king could be a little bit dodgy. A little bit dodgy for Mr.Dodgy. As in, he is a couple of pieces undeveloped here. And if he goes rook here, I've got queen b3, which might be winning. So he has to go king h7 here. The only way to survive. And he's found it. Good move. But now he can't move these guys. So check somewhere. Forcing g6 looks sensible. Probably here so that I defend against this one. And I can also try and get to h8 in some positions now. So you can't move that knight. And I've also got moves like this. Do I play this one now? Or do I... Okay, we'll play this now. Because I want to get to h8, right? I'm just thinking he can play rook e7. So still rook e7 just about holds on. Takes, queen takes. And he's got some annoying check down here. But I can take there and allow the check. I'm just trying to stop his pieces here developing as well. So okay, so now my idea is to start with this one when we're threatening a check. Only a little check, little cheeky check. And can we now go here? No, because he's got this counter attack here. So this is his one counter attack. It should be very good for me, this, but how do we finish it off? G3, Queen F6, and that helps him defend. Rook F1 is very not the kind of move I really like playing because it seems a bit passive, but this is a major threat, right? Just bringing the queen down to c8. So he's found this good move now. And if I go here, I want to keep this idea alive and keep the pin on his pieces as well. So he's finding ways to defend here. His time is a little bit tricky, isn't it? Okay, so now I get this one in. I've got a lot of pieces attacking here. So his position is going to be pretty bad. Pretty bad here. And he's bravely fighting on. Okay, that was... he defended well, right? I mean, I thought I had a great position. But good defense, and I think at the end that attack was just a bit too strong. So, like I say, we're playing 8 games of 3+2. Someone else can... I don't know if Aldo's still watching, but someone can maybe keep the score. I'm going to forget the score, to be honest. I can't even... I'm going to forget it. 8 games... So someone can keep the score would be great. Oh, we got the score here. What am I talking about? There it is. Okay, so what are we going to do against this one? I'm going to go for a Tony Miles idea. Tony Miles and Basman used to play this A6 move. So we're going to give this a little whirl in the spirit of Tony Miles. The general idea is to get this kind of pressure and to play c5. Chess 24 will keep the score. Yeah, that's right. It's quite handy at chess 24, yeah? I think I've actually had this position against you, Aldo, before, haven't I? Haven't we had this kind of position before in some blitz game? I don't think it... I prefer white in these positions because the black king side is quite dodge city in a lot of lines, especially when this pawn moves. But this opening is not as bad. Well, it probably is, but it's not terrible. And Tony Miles, like I say, used to play like this all the time. Tony Miles was England's first ever Grandmaster. And, okay, we're going to take the opportunity to push Harry. And Tony played very provocative chess. He played very riskily. Now, actually, I don't like my last move because I suddenly realised he's got this idea, which I'm not liking the look of. Okay, he's going for another plan. And he wants to bring his knight here, which is very interesting. But I was much more scared about this one. Now, interesting idea though. Here, knight here, and he's going to try and kill me. Knight here. Okay. Here takes castles. Knight takes f7. Any tricks there? Interesting play. I don't really want to play g6. g6 looks really, really weakening to me. But I'm not sure. Can we play queen c7 takes g6? That looks absolutely suicidal. I might have to play g6. Oh, he's got queen here. Oh no, knight e. I want to give this pawn up, but I want to give it up in a way where I don't just lose, right? How do we give this pawn up? Knight g6, knight takes there, threatening that one. It's a good tricky little move from Mr. Dodge there. Nice move, sir. So how do we do? I'm still thinking how to do this position. It's confusing me. G6 queen here scares me. Knight here, queen here. Yeah, we don't want to do that. And he's attacking this square in a lot of positions. So what am I doing? This is okay. I'm going to play here, but it's a good move. An interesting move from my opponent there. And my idea is to play this one. Did I have a better way of playing that? Maybe. f6 is probably okay. That was my second choice. Maybe that was just a better move, just pushing the knight back. It probably was, Aldo. f6 was probably just a good move. You're right, probably a much better move. And then I just try to get castle queenside and have some fun. But the idea of this one is if he takes here, I play g6. And I kind of want to give that pawn up. I was trying to find a way to give that pawn up. So I can do stuff over here. Ideally, I want to go knight e5, queen somewhere, castles, and then attack over here. Okay, so he's played a good move. And again, I might have to play this. I'm going to play queen b6. I was thinking I could have played f6 again there, but let's see how this ends up. Takes on e3. Okay. So now I'm going to try this. This is the setup I wanted to get. So that I can castle this way, which is really risky with c3 coming. Very interesting position you get in this opening. Very interesting. Great move. This is a great move. I think getting ready to open up my king, but my knight is very good now. So it's now. Can I go here? I think I have to play this f6 at some point. I can go h5 here. Takes, queen takes, check, king here. But he's got this check down at the bottom. So I think I'm going to have to play f6. I've got to move a little bit quicker. It's probably time to do this. And do we play this? Okay, let's go for this. Well, sure, that was right. I love this square. I love this square on e5. I've got to move a bit quick. It's 2 seconds out of the move. It's funny how time goes. There's a good practice for tomorrow because I've suddenly realised that I've got to keep it closed in that area of the board. I suddenly realised I have a lot less time than I thought I did. It's always the case. Now, I don't know. I think he can maybe take this pawn. He can maybe take this pawn, but I'm not sure. I'm going to take there. Check, king here. Maybe he can't take the pawn. If he takes the pawn, I take this one. This is the problem. And I'm trying to just play it a bit positionally. I'm saying that knight is, well, a game winner? I don't know about a game winner. A game winner might be a bit over the top, but it looks pretty strong. So, okay, so can I take this one now? Well, we're going to see what happens. Oh, he's coming in here, check. This is interesting. But I was hoping we had some intermezzo like this. Interesting. Takes, check, king here. Rook up. Let's find out what happens. Yeah. I'm a bit scared. Don't get me wrong. I'm a little bit scared here. I'm getting a bit more scared. Shouldn't have gone for this. Should not have gone for this. That was a really good move from my opponent there. Oh. I don't think I'm surviving this one. This is a very good game from my opponent. Very good game from him so far. Look at it. Look at that. Lovely game. Well played, sir. 1-1 with Mr.Dodgy. So, nicely done there, Mr.Dodgy. I should not have taken those risks at the end, but that was nicely calculated at the end. So, well played. So, what was it? 8 games? 8 games, okay. So, but it was a very nice finish, right? Very nice finish. And I should not have grabbed that piece at the end there. I should have gone Queen C7, right? Queen C7 was, I think, the way to do it, right? You go Queen C7. I was a bit worried about E5 though. I thought Queen C7 was winning. Well, E5. I was worried about E5, but in hindsight, I should have played it anyway. His attack was very strong there. And he played it very well. So well done there. Okay, anyway, on to the next one. So the Chessable London, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware of. And this is quite a solid variation of Chessable London. It's not particularly exciting, but I might try and make it a bit more exciting depending where he puts his king, with something like G4, something like that. Yeah, I think in that last line, it was a very nice attack from Mr.Dodgy, and it just felt that my, to be fair, my king was just too badly placed there. So shall I castle? Let's castle queenside. And I had to play that Queen C7, but I suddenly saw this E5 move, very tricky there. Queen takes, and he comes down with check in that last game. I'm probably all right there, but I had to play it anyway. I had to go for it. Right, so maybe I can play E4 or G4. These are the two breaks that I'm trying to set up. I don't know if I want to play this idea. This seems pretty normal, but what can my opponent play? Well, he can castle, and maybe he should. I don't know if he needs to be scared of G4 or not. Maybe I can even take and go G4. But his dark square bishop should defend his king quite well. So if he castles, maybe I play Rook G1 first and just get ready to open it up with this one. Probably makes sense. So he's playing this move. Okay, am I gonna play that? The one problem with going G4 is I give this square away, and I don't necessarily want to do that. So I'm going to play it a little bit safer and just control this square more, and keep the option of playing E4. E4. So, and always good to get rid of that bishop, and we get E4 in, which should be like a small advantage here. But not a big advantage, just a small advantage. And time to attack. Opposite side castling, you've got to do that. Bit surprised Mr.Dodgy did that, because now he's always got to watch out for h5. I would have been more tempted as black to have tried to play something like knight there. I guess knight takes is natural. Then if we can get on the dart squares here, we should have some fun. But h5 is a very strong move. If you compare the safety of the kings, now I can probably even let him take that, but there's not really need to do that. And wow, look at this. This is quite brave of him. Or is it foolhardy? I don't know. Okay, I've always got to check on f1, but maybe we'll wait for that check. And he's grabbing a pawn here, but I have got this check if I want to. Maybe now it's time to play it. I feel like it might be something really strong here though, but is it, how safe is his king on this square? I'm kind of, d5 is very interesting. Pawn takes, check on d4, king to, don't need to play this. Queen takes queen f1, pawn takes here, and his queen can't come over to defend. But his king does get back to this square, so probably this is a safer way to do it. But d5 was very interesting as a way to trying to break up the communication between the pawns. But he is playing risky, but it's not maybe too bad. He can try to get the queens off here. But the thing is, I don't really have any weaknesses, so it's, again, this move kind of feels like probably a good move actually. I'm going to play this move, and the idea is I just want to break the communication of his queen coming over. His queen coming to d5 seemed like a very good idea, but of course I'm sacrificing a pawn, so it comes with risks. And now, which rook? This rook or the other one? Do I want to keep this idea? I don't know. And probably has to play f5. He does play f5, and now I'm going to just switch back here. Got to watch out for little tactics like this, but this is probably an immediate threat, taking on f5, and e6 is weak. And I've got like ideas the queen can always come in on many dart squares. All of these ways attack his king. Many ways to get to his king here, and the h pawn is a nuisance. So this seems to be all right. Hello, Andres. I hope you're doing all right. And of course, everyone else in the chat. Hope you're all doing well. He's playing very risky chess. So let's get on those dart squares. Now, he can't take here because I've got this check defending my rook. So his position should really be creaking. But how do we push the pawn even? Let's push the pawn. We'll combine pushing the pawn and attacking his king, I think. I want to get my pawn to h7 so my rook has this square. What's he doing? Any threats? So this and this are two very strong ideas. So he's still defending. No, I just got to calculate, unfortunately. Now that one, I just don't want to lose that one, do I? So check on h6, his king comes back and he defends. Do you know what? I mean, maybe we just play this first. We'll just keep our options open again, because I couldn't be bothered to work out there. That was a lazy move. That was a lazy move saying I need more coffee, guys. And sometimes it's the best policy to do that, especially when you're up on time. You just play a move that actually your opponent wasn't expecting at all, and you play a move that gives them a good chance to go wrong. And where's the mate? Is there a mate? There's probably many strong moves, including one of these guys, and this one looks pretty tasty. So we've had some interesting games so far. So like I say, it's 8 games. We've had 3, and Mr.Dodgy had a brilliant game in round 2 to checkmate my king. That was a beautiful game by Mr.Dodgy. So very nice game from him there. You should check that game out. So I'm 2-1 up. What did we do last time? We did that. Okay, we're going to go for the hippo. I'm not going to go with this again because I had to think too much, and I really need to restock on the coffee. This is my excuse. Watching staying up to watch Braveheart until 3 AM in the morning, drinking beer. That's my excuse. But no excuses. So it's very interesting games, and it's always nice to play someone who plays very aggressive chess. And I don't play the hippo that often, but I've got a bit of a. I know the hippo is probably not a very good opening, but I've got a bit of an effect. You know, I've got a bit of love for it. I have to say, I've got a little bit of love for the hippo. Okay, so he wants to do some stuff like this. Is he going to sacrifice somewhere? Well, he can if he wants to, and he wants to start pushing the f pawn. So we can play here, takes, but then his knight gets a very good square, so we don't really want to allow that. Now, an idea with f5 seems to me to be quite a good way of meeting f4, but again, no doubt I'm probably a little bit worse in those positions. I'm just wondering if I can put my queen over here. I'm trying to play like Tony Miles today for some reason. It's really hard to play like Tony Miles because he's a genius. And I'm not a genius. So queen there, f4, and knight here, bishop here. Am I going to get my queen trapped? And the answer is very likely queen here, bishop e2. And what am I doing there? No, we don't want to play that. That looks absolute nonsense. So here we don't like either. So we're going. Sorry, this queen move is really. I don't know. Something about this queen move which I'm keep getting drawn into. But for the why, Simon, get over this queen move. I can come over here with a queen, but this is getting. Why am I thinking of this? I must be here, 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 here. This is just getting ridiculous. I'm just going to put the knight there. I don't know why I spent a minute thinking about that nonsense. That was just okay. Now I'm going to play this, but Mr. Dodgy's played very well because I don't like him putting the pawn there, and maybe I can try to get this knight here. This is my plan. I'm just trying to hold things up for now. He could even go g4, but then maybe this one gives me some counterplay. So we're going to try and swing this one around somewhere, I think is the general plan. Not sure where I'm going to put my king yet. I'd like to go queenside, but I've got to get some pieces out the way. Got to get some pieces out the way first. In the position. So do remember, Mr. Dodgy is streaming on his channel this match, which is 8 games of 3+2. So he has gone here, and this is where I'd really like to have this one here. And this is very interesting. But I think I'm going to go knight here, and I just need to get 2 more moves in, and I'm laughing. And I've got to stop the queen coming over to h5 here. This is important. The site we're playing on, it's the new Chess24 site, which is really quite nice. I'm liking it. Should I take him to g-pawn there? Maybe I should take him to g-pawn, but I don't know. It's the new Chess24 site. Okay, now we definitely come forwards. We're not going backwards. And here, I'm saying here a lot, aren't I? Here, I definitely like to get this queen over, combined with the bishop and the knight. And this is the kind of quite exciting stuff you get in the hippo. So we're having some very fun games. And I want to get this knight out the way, so let's do that, just so I can get the queen in to the game. And this seems like a very good plan from Mr. Dodgy. So he's trying to block me down, maybe at the right moment. If he plays it now, I might be able to take and win the pawn on e5. But he can do this. But I don't know, it's just an interesting position, right? Just an interesting position. Almost as good as Lee Chess, says Pizza Racer. By the way, thank you for the cheers there. Was that okay? We're definitely coming over here now. Matari, anyone who subs or anything like that is most appreciated. And this is a tricky move for him to deal with. How does he actually deal with this move? Okay, he has to sacrifice something. You have no choice. And now I don't even know if I want to take that one yet, because this bishop is good. He's going to go there. So I think we just continue like this. And again, taking here, I'm not sure I like, because his queen is very, very powerful, and I prefer my bishop at the moment. I think in order to break through in this position, I'm gonna have to open up more lines, but I have to be careful, because if I take here, he takes with the f pawn, and it gives him like a nice square on f4. So I have to be a little bit careful. But maybe I can take and sacrifice at some point, opening up my rook. So some concept like this. Okay, well here I'm going to take, no doubt about it, and I'm going to take here. Mr. Dodgy is good, but still dodgy. Well, I think his position's a bit dodgy here. My king is a lot safer than his, and my queen is active, my pieces are very active, and that's it. I think the new Chess24 playzone is probably, I mean, I don't really have any biasness with this at all, but I honestly think it's as good as, well, I mean, lead chess is great, isn't it? Let's be honest, lead chess is fantastic, but it's really good. You should check it out. Go to Chess24, check out the new playzone. It's pretty cool. And I think here White's in some problems here. Except if he wins my queen like that, which how did I miss that? That was quite, oh my words. I just, yeah, that was just a rather big blunder. Jesus, Williams. Okay. Well, we can still play on. Makes it quite interesting. My position was good. And now it's game on. I wasn't trolling there. I literally just didn't see it. I literally just like, where was that rook? Okay, I'm gonna, but it's weird. My bishop seems to be stronger than his queen at the moment. And I'm taking a lot of his pawns. So it was a brilliant sacrifice from me. Brilliant. Grandmasters don't blunder queens. Let's just remind everyone that. Grandmasters only sacrifice queens. And I've got this brilliant compensation, 2 pawns rolling down the board. Very active bishop, very active rook coming in with a nasty check there. Mopping up more pawns. Incredible compensation for a whole queen in the position. And we just control the position, control those angles there, and just, okay, he's going to take this one, isn't he? Let's just step out the way, forcing him to re-sacrifice back. And now surely my extra pawns on this area of the board will prevail. Fortress. We've got a fortress. Have we got a fortress? I don't feel this is a fortress, but it's kind of close to being a fortress. Oh my words, it's not going to go on forever, this game, is it? Is this a fortress or not? I don't know. Let's see. Can he take? No, I don't see how he wins this one, actually. So it's not so easy to win. But Magnus Carlsen said there's no such thing as a fortress. Looks solid to me. I think it looks alright. Torrento Maximus seems like a bit of a knob, basically. Is all I can say. But, you know, you get a fair few of them. Generally, our chat is very, very nice. And, well, I just got to stop this one, so we don't want to run into that. We'll just put the king on the right square. And I don't see how. You can't win them all. Threefold reputation. There we go. So what's the score now? We're 1 up. Wow. Mr. Dodgy's playing very well. That was bad. I was all over that game. And why did I put my queen out? I just missed the check, right? Madness. Madness. Yes, that makes a lot of sense, Toronto. Dude, I didn't mean to be rude F off. Yeah, you're not being rude there at all, are you? Oh dear, don't people have something better to do on a Saturday morning? Surely. Right, now, is this a move? I think this is a move. An interesting little idea. There was an English player called, well, still called, he didn't lose his name or anything. It was an English player called Andrew Smith. Very interesting player. And I remember he played this. I was sitting next to a game. It was Richard Pert, a friend of mine, versus Andy Smith. It was about 20 years ago, the Isle of Man. And I remember he played this move, and I'm like, "What is that move?" It seemed very interesting. Hence why. There's some ideas. If he takes there, you go Queen E2, and you play like that. Now, surely there's an idea behind this sacrificial play, but I'm not entirely sure what the idea is. What's the idea? So he took there, and I had to do it. So what is the idea here, guys? Is there do I have an idea, or is this not working? What is the idea here? This opening can't just be refuted because of that check, can it? That wouldn't be very fair. So what is the idea? Well, I've got knight here. Maybe that is the potential idea. So you probably, when you play a sacrificial line, you should probably work out, you should probably know what the idea is before you play it. But this is probably the idea. I say probably because I'm not sure. And then this one, I don't really want to swap queens, so I wonder if Mr.Dodgy will let me get another coffee after this game. How many games have we had so far? Are we halfway through? So knight A6, Queen E2, Bishop. Okay, so he's moving the queen back, and now I will go here because it means he can't swap the queens off. This looks like pretty decent compensation to me. Somehow, I seem to have caused him some problems. Bishop moves around here. No, we can't do that. So how do we continue? Queen E2 looks kind of sensible. Bishop D3 first. He might take that pawn, but are we worried about him taking that pawn? Should be good. H4 is also like, I mean, if I don't play H4, it'd be a bit odd, wouldn't it? Just push the H pawn. That kind of, I mean, this is why we need more coffee. Queen E2 though, I do sort of like, because like, okay, I'm going to go here because it feels like I should be getting castled over here with some ideas against these pawns. So we'll do this. Mary is saying apparently you're supposed to play Bishop F5 before capturing the knight. Yeah, that would make sense, right? I was wondering where's the compensation with this line. I'm like, this doesn't look like compensation. This is surely people don't play this line, do they? That's kind of what my brain was doing to me there. So I can take this now, if I so wish, and I probably should do, right? God. Okay, let's just take it. Let's do it. It attacks his rook, and yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense, Mary. I don't fully trust this opening, but it's interesting. It's a very good. It's always nice to have some really surprising lines to play, and this is actually probably all right. Rook here, knight here. I gain a little tempo. I'd love to sort of try to get this to work, but I can't see how it can work. So rook here, knight takes here, queen takes, and yeah, there's nothing there. So I think my knight will probably come to d4. The only problem with that is it does block my bishop in. So a safer way to play, if he moves his rook, could be like knight just comes back. But Knight d4 is much more challenging, and we always want to play the most challenging moves. So let's put the knight here, as it is the most challenging. I'm just now castles must be right. Still can't take my bishop. My bishop can always get out this way as well. And can we now do something funky like bringing a knight in here? That looks like, okay, can he take my bishop then? Knight there, he takes my bishop. Check, and I take there, but my knight gets trapped. So I don't know, that's... Maybe he can play that. I really want to play knight e6, but knight e6 takes. I need to find a good move there, which I can't find at the moment. Surprisingly. Oh, I might play it anyway. Let's play it. It's the most fun move to play. We'll play this anyway. Even if... Okay, so he didn't take it. I think he should have taken it. I'm missing a lot of checks. But can we keep attacking here? Does that work? I don't know. Okay, we're just going to play this. I had some very tempting moves there. And he's got a bit of counterplay all of a sudden on these dart squares. So, oh shit, he's got queen, just queen takes. Wow, I keep messing these positions up greatly, don't I? Give a little bit of practice for any blitz finishes tomorrow, that's for sure. And my position I'm not so happy with, I have to admit. From what it was, that's for sure. Because we're ending up defending here. Yeah, he's checking me. He's checking me out. I don't... Okay, I missed that one, of course. And... I think I've messed this seriously up again. Close little match for Mr.Dodgy. Oh dear. Well, yeah, I mean, he can just go in the corner, can't he? He can just put it in the corner if he wants to. That is the problem we have here. His king... Well, I'll take the draw there. So that was, yeah, that was going so well. And then let's have a look. I'm getting a bit short of time, so we're gonna have to move a bit quicker tomorrow, aren't we? So around about this point, he found some very good moves. And I don't like this move. Maybe I had something better here. Maybe there's something better here. So I wanted to play this one. And had I got a little bit more time, I would have played it. Rook takes here. Check. King f8. Takes, bishop c4. That would have been much more to the point, wouldn't it? So I think I should have just played this. Rook takes, check. King here. Check here. King moves. Yeah, that would have been much more to the point. How many games have we played? 5 games now? All very exciting games. So we've got 3 more to go. I think he should have played on there a little bit, to be honest. Thank you for the raid, Chess Kid. And we are doing a little challenge match with Mr.Dodgy, a little bit of practice, fun match in anticipation for I think we're both playing tomorrow, probably. Both playing some tough guys. I've got to play Vidit tomorrow. So we have to gel up our ideas for Vidit tomorrow. So it's quite weird because in this match I actually feel I'm not playing aggressively enough, which is something that doesn't generally happen to me. So I think we're going to have to up the aggression. But every game's been very exciting, and I think that's the main thing with it. So we do h5 because I wanted to play. I was just nearly about to play bishop g4, but that would have blundered a piece. The bishop takes f6. So coffee. I don't think I've got time to make a coffee while it's Mr. Dodgy's move somehow. I think we might have to forget about that. Okay, we're going to go here. I mean, he can just take the pawn, but I'm hoping I get a little bit of compensation with some sacrifice like this, but maybe not. Are we getting any compensation here? Like, I've got this one as one idea. And it does that actually even threaten anything if I put that one there? I don't even know if it threatens anything, which is bizarre. So it looks like there should be some compensation here, but where are you, compensation? Where are you, compensation? Maybe there's no compensation in this position. Bishop here is something, I guess. Okay, we'll go here and just try to play it sensibly. My king can come to f8, and it's taking him, my Mr. Dodgy, a lot of moves to get castled in this position. So that's what we're trying to prove. So he's getting rid of my knight. That's probably a good idea. Now bishop f5 would be a move I like to play. So I have to retreat my knight. Bishop f5 takes, bishop takes, queen takes, bishop takes there. Should we try that? Got to make sure that works because I could just lose a piece otherwise. Takes, bishop takes. And does that work? I feel it might be all right, but let's give it a go. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. This is very interesting. Does it work? I don't know. I mean, was he actually even threatening to take there in some cases? Because I could do that. So we're just trying. Well, we've gambited pawns, so we've got to try to play with the biggest initiative that we can. We've got to keep coming forwards. Keep the match fun. Keep it exciting. How many games have we had? We've what's that? We've had 5, so we've got 3 more to go. So the plan is, if he takes here, bishop takes. If he takes here, I take there. If he takes here, I take there. And if he takes here, I take here. If he plays e4, I was going to take here. Okay, so e4 was the one move which I was a little bit unsure about, but I thought I could take, but he just takes there. But there must be some move. He's found it. He's found the good defenses again. But I feel there must be something here because his king is so weak. Even castling is not stupid at all. Takes, knight d3, takes, queen takes here. Castles, knight e2, rook e8, or castling here. Takes here. Castling here. Let's go for it. Let's try this one. Very exciting position. Obviously, we're trying to sack. We're kind of all in now. We're kind of all in with the sacrifices. So if he takes here, check, blocks, knight e2, knight d3 checks good. If he takes here, we take on e4, queen takes, rook e8, and I get a lot of material back. If he doesn't do anything, I'm going to take. Okay, so he's taken here. So this is my plan, and we're playing against his king in the middle of the board. And now something simple like rook here is logical, but also bishop here was interesting. But I think we'll start by just playing the rook lining up against the king. And now bishop here, bishop here. Fascinating position. I'm getting a bit carried away with some of these fascinating positions in this match, but what should we do? Should we do this one? We'll do this one just to try to put a bit of pressure. I'm probably going a little bit over the top with this attack. But he's very tied up here. He's extremely tied up. So he's finding good, again, defensive ideas. But he still can't really move so well. Okay, he's a good defensive idea again. He's playing well. He's playing well. He's found all the defensive ideas. And he's still tied up. So need to get my pieces in. So he is a piece up, but he can't. Can he get to safety? He's getting near getting to safety now. Very nice move there. Oh dear. And he might be getting to safety-ish. Well, I'm going to try to get on these dart squares because he hasn't got there yet. And we're doing that. Thank you for everyone who subscribed. And this last move by him gives me more options. I can also try and come into this square. But I think we'll grab this pawn first. See where he puts his king. And he hasn't really managed to get his king safe in this game, has he? Because now rook b1 is a big, big threat. And I feel that he found another good defensive move. Another move which I had missed. He's finding a lot of good moves. Well, I got already 2 pawns for the piece here. And okay, another good move. He's finding them. This is a bad move for me, I feel. It just doesn't feel right. But I wanted to stop him from castling. I'm desperately trying to stop him from getting his rook out with everything we can. My king should be safe over there. Well, I don't know. We got there in the end, but very interesting games, yeah? Oh. Pass me the bucket. Well, it's an interesting game, that one. Interesting game. I mean, he was probably defending at some point, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with Queen E1, but I like the idea of queening the A pawn as well. But maybe this position looks very tricky for him because he can't really move this because I got rook b2, and I expect I'm winning that final position. Mate in 1 miss. Did I have mate in 1 at the end? Well, possibly. So how many games have we got left? So we've got 2 games left. So Mr.Dodgy can even the scores. What should we do now? What did he do? He did the Sicilian last time, didn't he? So I think we better go for a little wing gambit. And play the so-called main line wing gambit. Now, c4 is a very interesting move here, actually. We might try this one, if I can remember it correctly. Taking there is what I give in my Grandmaster Gambits course, Chessable course, but this is a sideline that I've mentioned. Who did I play this against? I played this. Well, I've played it quite a lot of times in blitz games. And the whole point of this, you get very wild positions with this opening. And the main line goes queen here, d4, takes bishop e2. So you give up a second pawn. But like that last game, we try to get a rook to the e file as quickly as we can. Okay, so I think against this, well, how do you get rid of arrows? There we go. I can play d4 again, but this is also very tempting. And we're going to get some more craziness. Here, queen over here, right? So, should play d4. That was a good move from Dodgster. So, I mean, look at that. You don't play a gambit and then move your knight back to g1. So, taking this one a little bit greedy. I should have gone with the standard plan of just bring that one out, because now I've got to get castled. Now I'm the one defending slightly, with my king being on this square. So I'm gonna take the opportunity to at least develop the bishop with check. That seems like That seems like a move to play. And my king is... If I go this way, I'm just seeing lots of disasters that could happen. As in, you know, something coming to g4 and something coming to h2. Checkmate. So I'm a little bit scared of castling here. A little bit scared. We better get rid of that knight because it was also... Everything's scaring me here. So I don't really want to castle. I think we're going to have to make a bid for freedom here. And an ending would be very nice to me because my king is not great. So we're going to try to take the queen over to g3. That gives my king a little bit better protection. I think with my queen on that square, I will be able to castle. It's safer to get the king into safety. So we'll continue with that move. The endings I do think are at least okay for me because of the pawns over here look nice. So I don't think we need to worry about that. But if we can get castled, we're definitely feeling a bit more confident. People asking about the website. It's the new Chess24 website. They've spent a lot of time sorting it out. This one, anything to worry about? Don't think so. We've got to get castled. I think they spent a lot of money on it. They probably have based it a little bit on Lead Chess, right? It looks like it's kind of based on Lead Chess, but I don't think there's a problem with that because basically Lead Chess have the best website, right? So you know, what's that saying? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. No, I'm getting a bit greedy in this game. Is he going to really play that one? Getting a little bit greedy. Knight d4. Where does he put his queen? Queen g4. Okay, we're going to go... Oh, queen d3. How did I miss queen d3? When we got here, we're trying to make it the games as complex as possible, but Mr.Dodgy is doing very well in the complex positions. He's navigating extremely well, and I've noticed now, unfortunately, my rook is going to be on pre. So takes, check, king here. I've got bishop f4. Let's try that one. So I'm a little bit scared, but we're going for super complicated tactics. He's even got bishop a6 here. Oh my god, bishop a6. What is this? What is going on? This is just too greedy. It's too greedy grabbing a pawn like this. Everyone likes a good tactic, but not when you're not... Oh, has he got some magic? Queen takes here and bishop a6. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. So I take here, takes, check, and he goes rook here, checkmate. Fantastic. So we better move this piece to develop our back rank somehow. Let's put it there. Man, this is so complicated. This is so complicated. Such a complex position. That was a really nice little tactic that you came up with there. This idea of getting the bishop there and moving the rook down. So you don't mess with Mr. Dodgy in the tactics. He is Mr. Tactic Man. And it's weirdly enough, this position is equal on material, but not anymore. Not after he's grabbed that one. So I probably do have to grab his bishop. Unless we got rook to this square, we might as well grab the bishop. Let's get that bishop. I think we should take that one. And maybe he can play bishop a6. Right, this is another sensible idea, but I do now have some check. Is that just a check, or is that going to menace him at all? We're going to give it a go. Again, we're keeping things as tactical as we can. And the point being, I'm going to try this, which hits 3 different pieces. His rooks and his knight. And he's getting a little bit short of time as well. So This seems like his best choice because it at least gets my rook on f1 here. And how strong is this a pawn? This a pawn looks... Oh, missed that one. I simply missed that he could do that. I thought I had time to get the bishop d6. So another position where I'm not even sure I'm better here. And he's got a back rank idea now as well. So we need to give our king a little bit of luff, whatever it is, luff. And can we try and do something to his king? Like this one looks kind of tempting. Right, we're going to try some weird stuff. Now knight g6 might be a threat, and bishop h6. So he's defended that one nice and safely. So he spotted my idea. I'm glad to get rid of that pawn. That pawn was annoying. So nice having an extra. So nice having an extra couple of seconds in these time scrambles. And I feel because he can't flag me, that's that one. Oh dear, tough games though. So this is the last game, so we have won the match, but Mr.Dodgy's done a very good performance, and I think this match has been a lot of fun because the games have been so exciting. We both could have probably picked safer ways to play, but we've gone for the most tactical variations. And Mr.Dodgy's come up with some very nice attacks. So the 4 knights is not anything I'm that aware of, but I think this is what I suggest in Club Players Dynamite. I need to remind myself some of these lines here. And you get some play if they take here. And what's the main line? I think it's knight takes e5. And I'm just going to try to, again, go for some sharp gambit line. Hakim Live, thank you for the raid. Cheers, sir. Most appreciated. Always nice. We're just playing a challenge match, me versus the Dodgster, and I'm looking at Mr.Dodgy's chat now as well. Go and give him a follow as well, Mr.Dodgy. You should give him a follow. It's always nice to, and also give Hakim a follow as well. I'll probably pronounce that totally wrong, so I apologise. But thank you for the raid anyway. Very kind. Give everyone a raid. Give all our fellow chess raiders, especially the ones who haven't got many viewers. There's so many good streamers around who don't get the viewers, and I think so many bad streamers who do get viewers. Yeah, but I don't know. But it's personal taste. That's a great thing with streaming, isn't it? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people hate what I do, which is absolutely fine. And you gotta find out. You've got to find out streams that you enjoy, right? Different commentating styles. So this will be the last game, and it looks like I've got some like juicy action going on the queen side here, right? You thought this was the Vidit match. Well, I'll be very happy if this was a score in the Vidit match. I've got Vidit tomorrow. So we're gonna Vidit it up tomorrow. Okay, so this is. You've got to watch out for Mr.Dodgy's tactics. He's a nasty little tactician, this guy. When I say nasty, he's done some very nice tactics against me. So here, rook b8 would be beautiful if he didn't have king to d2. And this is like a nasty little blast out of nowhere, right? So can I give the piece? Takes, check. His king is, funnily enough, maybe safe-ish on that square. So knight here, queen here. G6 just scares me. Takes, rook takes here. is the kind of thing to avoid. Then bishop f5. There's something really dodgy about this line, but it looks kind of fun, but probably not for me, right? We'll do, okay, if we take here, he's going to win my queen. We don't want to do that. So this one's probably a draw if I come here, I'd imagine, but here, queen here, g6 takes, okay, we'll play it. Come on, it's the last game, we'll make it fun. Now, I could go f5, which is the safe option. Takes, knight takes, but let's try to calculate this line. It just looks so wrong to open up the position. Bishop f5, I'm really asking for it, aren't I? Rook here, takes, check. Okay, come on, it's the last game, we'll play it. We'll play it. It looks like fun for someone. Now this is the move I wanted to play, but he has king d2. You can't take it because of this one. So let's see what happens here. Now rook takes here, bishop f5, rook h1, takes, check, king here, check, king here. Rook takes here, bishop here is queen moves. I'm going to grab the rook. And if I get one more move, I'm feeling I might have an attack. But he's stopping that potential attack there. And playing a solid move. So here, takes, queen takes. And materialistic approach, eh? The materialistic approach from Dodgster. And a Kind's Cave. I opened the screen, look at the score, and I couldn't believe my eyes. Thanks for the vote of confidence there, sir. But I would be feeling exactly the same as you. So I expect he's just doing well now. I mean, he can take here, and I didn't really see this bishop c4 move. I have to admit, bishop c4 was a good way. It was a good way for him to play in that position. Now this one strikes me as being a little bit more dangerous for him. Queen here. Is he just going to go? Well, I've got h5, so we can't swap the queens off. And I don't think this sacrifice works because my king comes to g8 and he doesn't have a check. So I thought he should take with a pawn so that he keeps this diagonal opening towards my king. This may be a mistake because my counterplay is not to be underestimated in some lines, especially if I just get one more move in like this. So knight g5, threatening mate, he's going for it. And check, okay, so h5 we'll play because we don't have a great deal of time. So we'll do this one. He's got g4, but then I can gain a tempo by pass on him. And right, so he's gone here. He's threatening mate. Oh, nice idea. I just missed this one. Wow. I think that is, I just missed this one. I literally missed this idea. Nicely played. So I well done, Mr. Dodgy. He had some good games there. Good match, fun games, and some nice attacking play. So I'll say well played because he did well. We just about scraped through the match, but it was good. It was good fun games, but I certainly won't be playing that risky tomorrow, I feel. But he had some good attacking chess there and a nice little finish. So well done to Mr. Dodgy. Anyway, thanks everyone. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for the match. Do enjoy, have a good day, and have a nice time. Cheers.